Hello dear students, today we are going to see lesson number 2, pronouns, though we have already started in the previous class. Today we will talk about 4 things that are firstly emphatic pronouns, reflexive pronouns, interrogative pronouns and interrogative adjectives. So these are the 4 things today I will be discussing with you. So before we just come into these exercises or start reading from the book, we should better know the meaning of each of the words that I have written here. At circle you can see emphatic, emphatic is being circled, and reflective, reflexive, this will be reflexive. So you can see that these 2 words are being underlined or circled. We just have to know the meaning of emphatic. What is the meaning of emphatic then? Emphatic means to emphasize, right? And the secondly, which I have written, reflexive, which means, reflexive means that which comes back, right? Something that returns. So let us go for this only. So I said emphatic means to emphasize. So what are we to emphasize and what which comes back? So that we are going to see in details. Here it says both emphatic and the reflexive pronouns have the same form, but they are used for different purpose. So what are those purposes? We need to know them. We need to find out those different purposes for which they are used. Emphatic pronouns are used to emphasize the subject. To emphasize the subject, what is being used? The first one, emphatic pronouns are being used. Let's see an example. I clean the room myself. I clean the room myself. This is an example of emphatic pronouns. So what did I say in the beginning? That emphatic means to give emphasis on the subject. So who is doing that? Who is the doer of this action? We need to find out, who is the I, I clean the room myself. So the subject, this subject you can see, it is not taking the help of somebody else. He is doing, subject is doing the work by himself. There is nobody, to help him out. So what is given, as I already told you, the importance, the main, the centered, so the action which is there, the action is centered around the subject. So he is the doer of the action. So that is what here is written there. Are used to emphasize the subject. So who is doing? Just remember the subject. Subject is the doer of the action. We'll just go for other things also. If we can see in the other way, like here it says that they are emphatic when used with nouns or pronouns for the sake of emphasis. For the sake of emphasis, that means only for the sake, only to give emphasis on the subject, these kind of pronouns are used. I myself saw the man. I myself saw the man, and I saw the man himself are more emphatic than I saw the man. So here I say, when I say I myself, just try to find out the difference in the sentence which I am saying now. I will be writing so that it is easier for us. There is a 2 sentence here. I myself saw the man. I myself saw the man. This is one sentence. And the other one is I saw the man. I saw the man himself. So which is appropriate which do you think, okay, among these two sentences, okay, which is more appropriate to say, I myself saw the man, or I saw the man himself? Of course, okay, we will go with the first one because it is the right, okay, it is right way it is said. Sometimes the emphatic pronoun is separated from the preceding noun or pronoun. Sometimes it is being separated, okay, it is not written together. As you can see here, I myself, I have written together, okay, to give the emphasis or to give the importance to the subject I have written, but it can be, okay, here and there. Here means it's separated from each other. I did it for myself, okay, I did it for myself. You see, I did it for myself. Though it is, okay, separated, it is what is separated, okay, pronoun is separated from the preceding noun or pronoun. So from the noun or pronoun, here we have an example of what? It's a pronoun, okay, from the pronoun, this one, okay, this is emphatic, that is separated from each other. But then still we need to read the sentence, okay, we need to understand, okay, in which way it is used. That's why in the beginning only we have seen, okay, the purpose we need to understand. Let us move on to the second one. They painted the house themselves. So here you can see they painted the house themselves. So they are not asking the others to help them out. So that was about emphatic pronouns. Now we will talk about the reflexive. You see, the action of the subject will come back to the doer only. One who is doing or performing that action will come back to him. That's why I just wrote no returns. What returns? The action, okay? The action of the subject comes back to himself or herself, or maybe to the doer of the action. Here it says reflexive pronouns are used when the subject and the object are the same. So subject, just remember the subject, that means the doer, okay, and the object same. Have you understood? So subject and object are same. So that is the type of sentence or the pronouns we call it reflexive pronoun. It says they're reflexive. Okay, these are reflexive when the doer is both the subject and the object of the action expressed by the subject. So let me tell you once again, it says they are reflective or reflexive when the doer is both the subject and the object of the action expressed by the verb. Like I hurt myself. I hurt myself. You see, the action, this action, no, it is not just going, isn't it? It is just coming back to the subject only. Now, suppose what to say, suppose I am hitting against, isn't it? I am hitting against the boat. Who is going to get hurt? Boat will not get hurt. Instead, okay, that action. What is the action? So hitting against the boat, so that will come back to me only. That hurt. Here, the boat is not going to be hurt, but then okay, that hurt I will be getting it. So these are few examples, and emphatic. They are emphatic when used with nouns or pronouns. For the sake of okay, that one that we have seen about the emphatic one. So this is one more example. Let me tell you. They hurt themselves. They hurt themselves. So that is also an example of reflective. Here we can see he dressed himself. I hurt myself. Each of these, okay, here you can see emphatic and reflexive pronouns correspond to a personal pronouns. Here you can see that chart. Okay, as it is given here. Please, okay, see and try to learn. Underline the emphatic pronouns and circle the reflexive pronouns. So what are you going to do it here? For the exercise, okay, when you write these exercises, you must write the exercises and okay, within the bracket just mention okay whether it is emphatic pronouns or a reflexive pronoun. Just like the first one, Nakul is deceiving himself. Nakul is deceiving. Just here you see, Nakul is deceiving himself. So Nakul is deceiving whom? Nakul is not deceiving somebody else, but he himself is okay deceiving. So here you can see that the work okay which he is doing is not okay, that the action is not transferred, is it, to somebody else, but then okay these actions just returns or just comes back to him only. So this is an example of reflexive. Okay, so this is an example of what kind of this one, reflexive pronoun. Write the sentence and write the answer also. Okay. Next one, Rita herself heard you say that. Rita herself. It is not the case Rita heard from somebody, but then she is the one to hear whatever we have said. This is the meaning of the sentence. Rita herself heard. So this is an example of emphatic pronouns. So dear students, you just write down all these exercises. Just number them. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and then you write okay whether it is a reflexive or emphatic. Let us now move to the other page, page number 24. Here we are going to just see about interrogative pronouns and interrogative adjective. Interrogative adjective pronouns are the question words. So what is the question words? The words which or with which we ask questions or with which we try to inquire, isn't it? We want to get some information. So these kind of words are known okay as interrogative. And here we are going to learn interrogative pronouns. Let's see what, which, who, where, or whom and whose. These pronouns are used to ask questions. So the pronouns like you can see from the page number 24, and what, which, what, then which, then you have okay, who, then next we have whom and whose, whom and whose. So these are the examples of emphatic pronouns. So when we use okay these pronouns, we try to ask or we try to get the information from the others. Just like example, you can see who is your class teacher. Who is your class teacher? So here you see who is your class teacher. That means okay you want to ask, you want to get some information, right? You understood okay who is your class teacher. And the next example we have there, what are you doing? So what are you doing? What are you doing? Here also, what are we doing? We are trying to get something from the others. Okay, sometimes the suffixes whatsoever and you can say whatever also, that can be used when we make some questions. So these were about some interrogative pronouns. Just remember, when we talk about interrogative pronouns, we just want to get the information. We try to inquire, we try to ask the others his whereabouts or whatever it is. Remember, notice the word in color in each sentence. Okay, what is your name or what is your problem? What problem are you facing? So which, what and whose can act as both interrogative pronouns and interrogative adjectives. So there are some, what to say, the words like okay, which, what and whose. Which, what and whose. These pronouns can both okay be used as an interrogative adjective and interrogative pronouns. As okay, just remember these words, adjectives. What happen? Okay, adjectives are followed by the nouns, they qualify. So adjectives are always followed by the noun, they qualify. As in the second sentence, you can see what problems. So what problems are you facing? What problem are you facing? Here you see what problem. So what, okay, here definitely interrogative pronoun, okay, here also we can use. But then soon after that you see the problem, okay, there is what? Where something isn't it, that is known as the noun. They qualify. So always, okay, or most of the time, okay, we will find them that these two, okay, adjective, interrogative adjective are, okay, it is like this only. It is always, okay, adjectives, these are words, okay, some of these words always, okay, followed by a nouns, they qualify. So these kind of pronouns are always followed by nouns, they qualify. Underline. And okay, here we have some exercise. So you just have to write the sentence as it is given there and just tell, okay, whether they are interrogative pronouns or interrogative adjectives. What is the color of my pen? What is the color of my pen? First one, what is the color of my pen? Here you see what? Here simply we are just wanting, or we want, okay, we just want to have what? We just want to have the information. So what is the color of my pencil or pen? So you will get an answer, okay, if you ask like this, definitely you are going to get an answer. So this is an example of interrogative pronoun. This is interrogative pronoun. Next one we will see whose notebook is lying on the table. So whose notebook, here also see